Today we're going to be cooking challah. It's a Jewish Sabbath bread in celebration of Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year. We have Karis here today.
Hi, Mom.
Isabel.
Hi. Missed you.
Ariel, what are you working on? You got to do your ki.
Are you
And
ready?
Jade. Say hi, Jade.
Hello.
Rosie Grunman.
Hi.
And her sister, Dina. Hi, Dina. This is in preparation for apple crisp, and Gina is working on taking the apples that are peeled and cutting them into chunks.
Yes.
Beginning to make challah now. Fill up both of these 2-cup measurement pitcher with very warm water. Gotta take it while it's warm. Pour that in the bowl. The different ingredients here, we have eggs, yeast, raw sugar, salt, and oil, and there's flour. Take the yeast and add it to the water. Now it's going to soften. Pour the water in, put the yeast in, and that's going to soften. Now let's take a look at this one to see how soft it is. Some parts are not really mixed well in, so let's take a wooden spoon, stir it a little bit. You want to leave all the granules in the water, not on the spoon. You could use any kind of sugar. It's slightly brown because we're using natural organic sugar. Gina, please put that in a bowl. Who could tell me what sugar does to yeast? Do you know? It makes it bubble. The next thing you add is the oil. Put the oil in. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, do you notice the oil is not really mixing? It's sort of floating in its own bubbles.
It can't mix with water.
Right.
That is so cool.
It doesn't mix, but it'll get all foamy when you mix it together with the water. Rosie, could you please add the salt? Each of you may crack 1 egg. Take all the eggs out of the bowl first. Put your thumbs in the crack and pull it away.
This one.
How did that do?
This bowl. In there. This bowl. Put it in there.
There.
Just put that in there.
Yes. Let Rosie take the whisk and whisk it. It's the same way you would do if you were doing a fork. It's a quick circle. That's right, Jade. The next thing we want to do once that's whisked is to add 3 level cups of flour. You're going to stir everything in without spilling out of the bowl. And we will be using an electric mixer once it's all mixed. Jade, do you have 3 cups of flour in there? And keep it down. Okay, let's get all the edges in there. Scrape all the edges in. Now that you're done with that, we're going to set this aside so it drips in there and doesn't make a mess. I'm going to set the timer. I'll do 5 minutes. Ariel, you're a mess. Karis! You gonna do Karis a mess? No, she looks good. Isabel! You got flour on your face. Okay, let's take a look.
It's doughy.
It's so doughy. Okay. The other one is ready. See, it's bubbling.
Can I touch it now?
Take a short break while this settles. It's got to rest. The next step is to gradually add the rest of the flour. There were 7½ cups altogether. Put in as much flour as you can. Stir in with a spoon. When you can stir in no more, that's the time to dump it out on the table with a little flour on the table and start kneading dough. If you're wearing a ring, it's going to be really, really gooky in this. You might want to take rings off if you're not wearing rings. Good. Got some flour on the table, and we're going to scoop all this stuff onto the flour, right onto the table. Right into the middle of the flour, all of it. Get every bit out. Scrape it with a spoon. You can take a cup of flour from the bowl of flour, sprinkle it on top. Let's add a little more flour so we don't get our hands all sticky.
Awesome sauce. No, I mean like.
Blend all the rest of the flour in by kneading it. Now let me show you what kneading it is. You're going to scoop the flour over and press it down. You put some flour on it, you fold it halfway over, and you push with the heel of your hand. Do you know what the heel of your hand is? This part. Okay, Jade, you try. That is exactly right. That is how to knead flour. Right. There you go. Good job. And now it's kind of rounded. See?
Can I touch it? I want to feel it. It looks like a wall. It's perfect. And it's getting my hands sticky again, so I'm doing this. No, it's not even sticky. It's perfect. Baked bed. Baked bed. It looks like a wall. No fake. It feels so good. Yeah.
All right.
It's like a baby's
pan, and it gets covered with a clean cloth. We're going to let them rise now in a warm place. But as you see over here, we have the dough. See how small it is in the pan? This is team number 1. This is Rosie and Jade and Gina's. And this is team number 2, Paris, Ariel, and Isabel. 2 little cups of flour. This is the crumbly topping that's going to go on top of the apples. I'm going to add 2 cups of oat to the flour. You can put it directly. Teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. 1.5 cups of packed brown sugar. 2 of them are ready to go in, and Rosie is still working on crunching the butter. This has, I can tell this has more butter in it than the other ones. It's less crumbly. Now these apple crisps have to go in the oven. I'm going to do this one to show you the process. We've got our 3 strips. We start by joining them together, and then
make them all go away. Hey, mine.
braid. And then, if you want them in a circle, just lay one on top of the other.
I know it's fault. Did you? No, we go home. No, they all go.
Oh, they have. She has. Let me wash it really quick.
I can tell. It's made. It's a little big. It will wide.
Let it rest for an hour.
Guys, look at the tiny color.
Yeah,
look at the tiny color.
Look,
this is a
place in the oven now. The hullah's on its 2nd time rising after the hullah before it goes in. This is Karis and Ariel's hullah, fresh out of the oven. Took 25 minutes because they're smaller.
Tiny color. Tiny.
And a tiny one. The apple crisp is ready.
It tastes good.
Well, we're all finished. I think it's really good with butter. So, there you go. Grammy Cooking School. Happy Rosh Hashanah, everybody. And God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.